What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be giving my Airbnb Accelerator program review. Before I get into that, I'm Hunter. I've been making money online for about 4 years now, since early 2020. And on this channel, I review the different online business models that are out there right now, and a lot of the courses that are teaching you those business models. You can choose which are best for you. And guys, make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to be talking about my favorite online business model right now that allows you to collect, monthly rents, just like Airbnb Arbitrage kind of does, except you don't have the same risks associated with it, such as having to, commit to a longer term leasing period and not being able to cover that, like Airbnb arbitragers can sometimes run into. So getting into the course review, this is a program by Humza Zafar. This program is going to teach you how to, earn money through Airbnb without actually owning a property yourself. So yeah, it's a step-by-step approach to start, scale, and automate your Airbnb business without owning the property, of course.
Humza Zafar began his Airbnb arbitrage journey in October 2020. Within just 3 months, he managed to scale from 0 to 15 rental arbitrage properties. This rapid growth was a testament to his strategic approach and deep understanding of the market. By September 2022, Humza was earning over $500,000 per month through Airbnb arbitrage. This impressive income was generated by leasing and renting out 130 units across 5 cities. Before diving into Airbnb arbitrage, Humza was a full-time engineer. His technical background helped him develop an analytical approach to market research, property management, and optimization of rental income. Airbnb Accelerator costs from $4,000 up to $22,499. Aside from the modules, students also get access to a private community of entrepreneurs and experts and personalized guidance from Zafar and his team. The Airbnb Accelerator program has several advantages. The course is well structured. It simplified the process of starting and automating an Airbnb arbitrage business. Humza covers everything in his course, from finding a property to scaling the biz to 7 figures. Humza Zafar actively engages with the participants. He offers hands-on guidance and support to enhance the overall learning experience. Participants get lifetime access to the course material and free modules available on Airbnb Accelerator's website. Compared to conventional Airbnb investing, Airbnb arbitrage has a lower capital requirement, so it's accessible for those with limited financial resources.
Even so, you are going to want to have access to sufficient capital when you start this business, because you're going to be responsible for things like furnishing the living space, the apartment or house with nice furnishings to make sure people are, better ensure that people are going to actually want to click on your Airbnb listing and stay in the property. You're going to have to cover maintenance if the property that you're leasing gets destroyed in any way from your Airbnb guests. You're going to be the one responsible typically to cover those damages. And of course, there's going to be periods of volatility with the Airbnb market. So you might not get, you might not be able to cover your rent every month. So you're going to want to have, typically, like 3 to 6 months of the rent available, just in case you can't cover the rent for that month with the Airbnb earnings fully. You're going to want to make sure that you can, pay your rent, keep your landlord happy, not, filing charges against you for not paying the rent. So you're going to want to, even though it's a cheaper business model, more affordable to get started than, a typical Airbnb investment, you're going to want to make sure you are well financed to, better mitigate a lot of those risks that come with this business model.
However, not everyone is pleased with the program. Some reviews say that resources like these are free on YouTube, although the course offers more in-depth lessons. The course primarily targets the United States market. There is no refund policy, so potential participants should be 100% sure before joining. Airbnb Accelerator is offered in 3 packages: Essential Package, which costs $4,000, Blitz Package, which costs $9,800, and Platinum Mentorship, which costs $22,499, or 2 installments of $13,000. All these packages give lifetime access to 20 hours of video content. Cheat sheets, rental arbitrage lease addendums, sales scripts, and tools are also provided to students. The higher tier packages include additional mentorship, bonus materials, and one-on-one mentorship with Humza. Aside from the course fee, the initial investments include security deposits of $500 per unit and furnishing that costs $5,000 per unit. Rental on a single Airbnb property costs $1,500 per month, utilities cost $150 to $200 per month, and cleaning costs $13 to $15 per hour. Airbnb arbitrage is very volatile. There are legal considerations and property management challenges. Despite these, Airbnb Arbitrage remains profitable in 2024 because there's high demand for homestays and there are only a few hosts. Some students left positive feedback on the program. They appreciate the structured approach and market-specific insights. Some students also shared their success stories after earning huge monthly earnings by following the system. These testimonials highlight the importance of following Humza's strategies. Airbnb Accelerator is a comprehensive program for those with the necessary capital and credit to start an Airbnb arbitrage business. While it offers valuable guidance and a supportive community, potential participants should weigh the high cost against free alternatives and consider their ability to manage the business model's inherent challenges. Another issue is that the costs are variable. The utility bills can be higher and maintenance costs may increase. There's also the frequent need for cleaning services. iProperty Management found that hosts spend an average of 20% of their rental income on cleaning and maintenance. Income from Airbnb hosting can be highly variable and seasonal. Hosts may experience high occupancy rates during peak seasons, but struggle to fill their properties during off-peak times. This inconsistency can make it difficult to rely on Airbnb as a primary income source.
This is just one of the many reasons I much prefer local lead generation over Airbnb arbitrage. So what local lead generation is setting up websites that attract customers for local service businesses, right? So that's like plumber in Dallas, electrician in Chicago, cleaning service in Miami, stuff like that. So typically, these websites only cost like a few $100 at most to set up and get ranking on Google. And then once you can get those websites to rank on Google, when people in those areas are searching for those services, they come across your website, they click in there. Now you have a valuable lead that a real local service business owner in that geographic location you're ranking for can use. So you can rent out that website space to a real business for anywhere from $500 to $3,000 per month typically. So Airbnb arbitrage can be great. It's definitely worked out great for a good amount of people, it seems like. But I think that there's a lot of risks that people that are kind of risk averse probably don't want to deal with, such as, like I mentioned, if you get into a long-term lease and then you can't make the Airbnb property profitable and make sure you're paying off that lease, then you're going to get stuck paying off that lease yourself with your other earnings from your other business endeavors or job. And if you can't, then you could get caught in a pretty bad legal situation. So I would I would typically push more people or suggest to more people to check out local lead generation if they want to make those regular monthly rental income over Airbnb arbitrage, because there's just a lot less risk. It's a lot more affordable. You only need a few $100s to get going with local lead generation to try out the business model, compared to needing probably like $10,000 around to get started with Airbnb arbitrage. That's if you're considering the cost of getting nice furnishings for the space, making sure you have kind of a little bit of a backlog of rent that you can pay off, if you're, especially to make sure in case there's like a slower period in the beginning of your property, of your Airbnb property, when you're not getting people to book you right away, you're going to want to make sure you have some money available. So yeah, guys, if you want to learn more about local lead generation, I've left a link in the description below. You can click on that and learn more about the business model. And if you've stuck around this long, please give me a like. It helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And no matter if you choose Airbnb arbitrage, local lead generation, or another online business model, I wish you guys the best of luck in your online business endeavors. Cheers.